Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the whole elect that's out there pushing this truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make their calling of election sure. Shalom. This is your brother Hashah from the Great Millstone Savannah Camp, coming back in the spirit with another lesson. Lord willing, I pray and hope that it's edifying. All right, and I want to do this lesson, going into this article. It was really a video to an article, but it was done on the 24th. Today is the 28th, so about 4 days ago. All right, it says full-time nurse and mom breaks down in tears as she opens up about her bitter financial struggles. All right, and I know the Apostle Gabar, he always goes into how the word America, Amerigo, I think the root word of America is bitter. All right, and we're in the very bitter times. All right, very bitter times. All right, it says about her bitter financial struggles, revealing her family is forced to live paycheck to paycheck despite her and her husband making good money. All right, and this is what the average American is going through. All right, Salakia. All right, this is what the average American is going through here in America, man. Living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, and for you so-called white people, you're not used to this. All right, you're not used to living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of you are, have been prideful and lived deliciously. You lived good before. All right, but now that your kingdom is falling, all right, you're beginning to complain and to struggle. Okay, and this is why the Lord said He would have you in straits and in derision. Okay, along with 2/3 of our people. All right, in the day of the Lord. Okay, this is Isaiah 32 in the NLT. It says, "Listen, you women who lie around and ease." And I know the Apostle Tahar, he kind of corrected, who this is specifically talking about. This is one of those twofold scripture that it can go for women, but it's also actually talking about America, all right, as a woman, that harlot, all right, that whore that sitteth upon the scarlet beast. It says, "Listen, you women," and also all the countries that are in bed with this harlot, okay? It says, "Listen, you women who lie around in ease, listen to me. You who are so smug," meaning you're basically oh, we don't even have that, whatever. So, you're so smug, meaning you have that prideful look, okay? Your nose in the air, okay? And before, you so-called white people had your nose in the air, man, all right? It says in a short time, just a little more than a year, and woo, this is a great scripture, because it only took a matter of a year for Babylon to go from being a great place for you so-called white people, for you to be in straits, like the so-called Negroes, Latinos, the majority of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in America. All right. Salakia. It says, you careless ones will suddenly begin to care for your fruit crops. And let me just put this on Do Not Disturb. It says, "For your fruit crops will fail, and your harvest will never take place. Tremble, you women of ease, Throw off your complacency, strip off your pretty clothes, and put on burlap and show your grief. All right, and this is what's happening to the majority of these citizens, these American citizens out here. All right, they're in grief, they're in bitter straits. All right, over their living situation, man. All right, and it's beautiful, man. It says and I want to go to. I kind of want to go to Luke, where it says fared sumptuously. Let's get. Yeah, Luke 16 and 19. All right, it says there was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. All right, let's get that word sumptuously. Okay, in the blue letter. Okay, sumptuously. Lampros. Okay, from the Greek lampros, it says uh, magnificently. All right, a sumptuous living, splendidly. All right, luxuriously. And these people have been living in a life of luxury, man. The so-called white man has had a life of luxury here in America. The things that he didn't have to worry about, which is finance, and um, it's been proven that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American is discriminated against here in America. All right, we've had our neighborhoods a red line. You know, the fact that you have a Social Security number, okay, um, and which is basically another way for the so-called white man to just discriminate. All right, he can basically give, based on the race, based on the so-called race of a person, he can give out credit scores, man. And that, in his kingdom, why wouldn't he look out for his people? All right. And so a lot of you so-called white people, your credit scores probably start out higher than so-called black people. All right. And you just have more opportunities, man. All right. You are beneficiaries of slavery, okay, off oppression, off 250 years of free labor, okay? And so you live sumptuously here in America, man. All right. And along with all the other nations, man. All right. Luke 16 and 20, it says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores, meaning the dogs are the other nations. Okay. And they forward this affliction. It says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by an angel, by the angels, into Abraham's bosom. And the rich man died also and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, meaning this doesn't mean like an actual flame, all right? It means hardcore bondage, affliction, all right? One could presume that the rich man was an Edomite, okay? And he died and he woke up. And when he woke up, he was in hell. He was in straits. All right. He was in slavery, hardcore captivity. All right. And it says, and in hell, he lifted up his eyes, being in torments. Yeah, he was being tormented. All right. He seen the one who he oppressed. All right. He seen him on top. Okay. It says, and seeth Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me. Yeah, because Abraham is the father of all nations. All right. So he said, Father, because technically, Abraham is the father of all the nations. All right. It says, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. For I am tormented in this flame. All right. Yeah. It's the fire of affliction. All right. The fiery furnace. Okay. Being tormented, being in straits. All right. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things. All right, and you so-called white people have received great things. All right, in your kingdom, under the guise of freedom, and under, you just celebrated this, Father Day. All right, which is, the celebration of the taking down of Native Americans. You all know what this country is built upon. And you benefit from it. All right. So you receive good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. Yeah, and the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American in this country have received a lot of evil things, lynchings. All right, the Trail of Tears. All right, the Battle of Wounded Knee. Uh, there's a lot of things, man. The Mexican American War. You know, you took this land by force, rape, robbery, and murder. So we receive a lot of evil things by your hand. All right, slavery. All right, the crack epidemic. Okay, you're not innocent. The war on drugs, the war on the mind, the hip hop. All these things that you give our people for our destruction. All right, it says, but now he is comforted, and thou art tormented, and all beside And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which pass from hence to you neither can pass to us that would come from thence. All right, let's read that in the blue there. It says, and besides, there is a great chasm separating us. No one can pass over to you from here, and no one can cross over to us from there. Meaning that no one is going to help you. No one is going to save you, man. All right. And so, the so-called white man, he's in straits. Okay. Yeah, Job 20:19, it says, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. And in this country is likened unto a house. All right. And he's taking it from the so-called Native Americans who are Israelites. All right. And violently he did that. He didn't do it by asking or politely. He did it violently. All right. His whole history is just pure violence. Job 20:20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. And this American dream, okay, this American dream is dead, man. It's dead for you Edomites. It's in the NLT it says they were always greedy and never satisfied. Yeah, the so-called white man is never satisfied, man. All right, he can never have enough. All right. It says nothing remains of all that they dreamed about. Yeah, the American dream. All right. It says nothing is left after they finish gorging themselves. Therefore, their prosperity will not endure. All right. It says, in the midst of plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. May God give them a belly full of trouble. May Yahweh rain down his anger upon them. When they try to escape an iron weapon, a bronze tipped arrow will pierce them through, which is those thermonuclear missiles. The arrow is pulled from their back, and the arrowhead glistens with blood. The terrors of death are upon them. Their treasures will be thrown into the deepest darkness. A wildfire will devour their goods, consuming all they have left. The heavens will reveal their guilt, and the earth will testify against them. Yeah, man, the earth is going to testify against you so-called Edomites, man, you know. But, that was really it on that. I didn't have much left on that. So, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing this truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth.